If you ask us to keep calm about the iPhone 16 leaks, I'm sorry, but we will not. Yes, we know the iPhone 15 is yet to be released, but the iPhone 16 leaks have us thrilled. Word reaching us is, the front-facing camera will be housed in a hidden display. The amount of storage will increase. Also, the dynamic island will be shrunk by half to make room for additional readouts. There is more, so join us as we discuss them. Periscope lens. iPhone users have long complained about a lack of zooming capabilities, and Apple is finally acting to fix the problem. If you've seen our videos on the iPhone 15, you know that it will feature a periscope lens. However, not all the 4 models will receive this update. Only the Pro Max model, so the rest of the iPhone 15 series will have the same zoom capabilities as its predecessor. Where exactly are we going with this?
We shall soon find out.
We're happy to share the news that not only the Pro Max but both Pro variants will feature the innovative periscope lens on the upcoming iPhone 16. We hoped it would roll out to all iPhone 16 variants, but we all know Apple's fondness for gatekeeping certain features. For instance, while only the iPhone 14 Pro models have the dynamic island, all iPhone 15 models are expected to get the dynamic island. It has been shown that Android flagships like the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which has a periscopic lens designed to enable optical zoom up to 10x, can produce far better quality images at greater magnifications than the iPhone's current camera. In contrast to its primary rival, the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max both have a zoom capability of up to 6x. Wow! It is speculated that Apple's lens would incorporate a genuine optical zoom mechanism, which will not only improve performance at higher magnifications, but also provide advantages at lower magnifications. But this year will provide a rare chance to find out how big of a quality bump Apple will be able to accomplish with the new technology, since we will be able to directly compare the performance of the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Ultra. In that case, subscribe to this channel to stay updated. High-end model. Currently, the costliest and feature-rich model in Apple's iPhone 14 series is the Pro Max variety, but Apple may replace it with the 15 Ultra this year. Nevertheless, Apple analyst Mark Gurman suggests that in 2024, the tech giant may choose for a higher-end model, iPhone 16 Ultra, possibly above both Pro and Pro Max variants, rather than rebranding. So you guessed right, and if you didn't, it means more cash to spend.
Oh, nice.
According to analyst Mark Gurman, it is not obvious how the premium model would vary, although it is anticipated to have improved cameras, a quicker processor, and maybe a bigger display. There may also be more futuristic additions, such as doing away with the charging port and putting the front-facing camera below the screen, but more on that later. We stated earlier that the price would definitely increase, but what does Apple think of this? In answer to a question about the increasing average iPhone sales price, Cook said he believes people are willing to pay more because the phone has become so integral into people's lives. Apple's modem. One thing Apple fans were anticipating was Apple's own modems, but its debut has been suspended due to some technical issues. Issues you might be hoping will be fixed so that it can debut on the iPhone 16, right? Well, no. According to Jeff Pu, an analyst at Haitong International Securities, Apple's first in-house 5G modem is not expected to be available for the introduction of the iPhone 15.
Oh no, no, no!
An expert has even speculated that it might be delayed enough to miss the 2024 release of iPhone 16. Unfortunately for iPhone devotees, this is disappointing news. But as opposed to Qualcomm's off-the-shelf X range, which is utilized by most Android competitors, Apple's custom-designed modems are believed to provide substantial performance and battery efficiency advantages. It's not all terrible news either. While early versions of Qualcomm's 5G modems, which will be utilized in the iPhone 15, were panned for their excessive power consumption, the latest models have made significant strides in this regard. Under display, Kuo, who has a good record of forecasting on Apple innovations, said in a tweet that the first true full-screen iPhone wouldn't arrive until 2024. Apple might reportedly move the front-facing camera and fingerprint scanner for the iPhone 16 to the under-glass notch in the screen, as claimed by Kuo.
May we all live to see
He tweeted, "I think the real full-screen iPhone will come in 2024. High-end iPhones in 2024 would adopt an under-display front camera alongside the under-display Face ID. A low light condition is detrimental to front camera quality, and ASP and algorithm are critical for quality improvements. That's not to say these possibilities are off the table, however. The ultimate aim of phone design is to move as many components as possible behind the screen. There should be no holes punched in it." Specs. All iPhone 15 variants will get the dynamic island, and the same may be expected for the iPhone 16 in the near future. In order to provide room for additional information display while still housing the camera and other components, the size of the dynamic island will be lowered by half. A rumor that the iPhone 15 would lack any ports seems to be false as well. We've heard that engineers are now evaluating two iPhone 16 Pro prototypes, one with and one without a USB-C connector. Moreover, 256 gigabytes of storage space is required, with 2 terabyte being the optimal amount. Above all these, one thing we'd like to see is the iPhone 16 Pro prioritizing energy efficiency and battery life as its main features. Anyway, remember, the leaks are very early and some might change. The price is expected to be the same as of the iPhone 15 Pro, which will be expensive especially because of its titanium chassis. The iPhone 15 is also making headlines, and as usual, we got you covered on all the features to expect. So join us in our next video as we discuss them. See you there, and thanks for watching.